Hi guys, my name is Paul Samico. I'm an attorney in Maryland and Virginia, and I help people get compensation who have been injured because someone else did something wrong. Most of my clients have been involved in car accidents. We also handle a lot of cases where people fall down and get hurt. Um, as you may know, insurance companies are the payer. They're the ones that pay. The insurance company, the auto insurance company for the at-fault driver, the business liability insurance company for the store where they didn't put up the wet floor sign and you fell and got hurt. Guys, if I start to tell you I'm going to, you're going to fall off the chair, not believing what some of these insurance companies' claims adjusters say in order to avoid paying or to pay less. The first thing they're going to say is, well, you're not really hurt, but you've got a hospital record, medical records that show you are, but they say you're not that hurt. And that's the second thing. If they acknowledge you're hurt, they say you're not that badly hurt. Well, okay, you're not that badly hurt, but you went to the doctor and therapy for 3 months. I'd say that's pretty badly hurt. Thank goodness, you didn't have to have your leg cut off, but that's another discussion. I'm talking about the routine muscle injury cases where, things like whiplash. They'll say that there's not a lot of damage to your car, so you couldn't possibly be hurt. How ridiculous is that? Explain to me why even the claims adjusters, when they go shopping in the grocery store, they lift up the carton of eggs to see that all the eggs are intact and none of them are broken. That's because they know that the egg carton, even though it's not damaged, the contents could be. And so just because there's not a lot of visible damage to your car doesn't mean you couldn't be hurt. The adjusters will say, well, you already had these injuries and this accident didn't cause any more problem. They'll say that the injuries were because of the type of work you do. Maybe you're in construction, or maybe you have a physically demanding job, and they'll say that's the reason for your injuries. Some of this stuff is just so absolutely ludicrous, it's beyond comprehension. I'm going to share something with you that happened to me in a conversation. I was talking to an adjuster about my client who was, I think, 21, 22, 23 years old, a young woman. And, admittedly, yes, the woman was overweight. And my conversation with the insurance company adjuster, I almost fell off the chair. She said to me, well, your client couldn't have been hurt. She was fat. And we know that fat people have all kinds of medical problems. I almost lost my mind. I called her supervisor and complained. When they then start talking about the different parts of the case, they have to pay for medical bills. The first thing out of their mouth is, well, the medical bills are too high. According to who? You didn't go to the hospital and say, I want to check your prices before I let you attend to my wounds. No, you have to pay the bills, Mr. Adjuster. And then the next thing they'll say is, well, you didn't need all that medical care. You went to therapy for 3 months. You only needed 1 month. Okay, so now they're your doctor. They know what your pain is. And where is their medical degree to make sure that, what you're doing is proper? It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. They have to pay for the time you miss from your job if you physically can't work, or the doctor tells you to stay home and recuperate for a week or two. They'll challenge that. They'll say, you didn't need to miss all that time off. How do they know? Okay, it just irritates the living bejeebies out of me. And then they'll say, well, you're exaggerating how much money you make. Well, excuse me, here's my paycheck. It shows me that this is what I make per hour and this is what I make per week, and you multiply by the number of days or hours or weeks that you missed, but they're still challenging that you don't even make that money. My friends, the insurance companies are today's modern equivalent of the devil. Make no mistake, they're not interested in you. They're not there to help you. They're not there to be fair. They're there to delay and stall and pay as minimum as humanly possible to compensate you for the bad things that happened because you got hurt. You need an attorney who understands the answers to all of these ridiculous things that they will say. You need an attorney who understands the medicine and can prove to them that you did get hurt and you're entitled to the compensation that's appropriate, that attorney is me. In my office, we separate insurance companies from their money.